Good morning, everybody. Good morning, thank you. And thank you for joining us today on this morning. It's a pleasure to be here, and certainly a pleasure to welcome our federal, state, and local partners, along with our community stakeholders that are here today, our project team, and certainly our Central employees as we celebrate the completion of this important CNG station rehabilitation project. That's a mouthful. Certainly a few introductions with me here today in the front of the room. I have our Central New York Regional Transportation Authority Chairman Nick Leno, Federal Transit Administrator, the Regional Administrator Michael Kulata, New York State Department of Transportation Assistant Commissioner Janet Ho, County Executive, Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon, and our board members Luella Williams, Julius Lawrence, and Neil Burke. Although there's a couple of our representatives that were not able to be here today, but they are represented here in the crowd. And we certainly want to thank Josh Perlman from Senator Schumer's office, Jamie Foose from Senator Gillibrand's, Dan Petrick from Assemblyman Magnarelli's office, Tina Zagvaya from Assembly Member Hunter's office, and Fordoc representing the City of Syracuse, Mayor Owens. A few other folks that we have here from our project partners and our community partners that are joining us. Nick, Cody, and Lisa from the Loves Trillium team. They're the project team that really did the work behind the scenes to make this project happen. Laura Rodemer from National Grid, our partners with the Syracuse Metropolitan Transportation Council, also known as SMTC, Jim DiAgostino and Mario Colon. They've certainly been a huge part of this on the back end. And our community partnership with SUNY OCC, Sue Tormey is here. So thank you everybody for being here to support this project. Without these partnerships, projects like this do not happen. Today is about more than unveiling an upgraded facility. It's about recognizing a long-term commitment to cleaner, more sustainable public transportation here in Central New York. Centro's investment in compressed natural gas technology began almost 3 decades ago, a little over 3 decades ago, when we introduced the first CNG-powered buses here in 1992. That original investment was for 13 buses, and at the time was a major step forward for a clear commitment to innovation and environmental responsibility. Over the years, that commitment continued through investments in our fleet, through our infrastructure, and through our partnerships. In 1997, the investment of more than $7 million into the original station that is just behind you today. And that support was from our federal CMAQ funding, and it was also a contribution at the time from Niagara Mohawk. Those investments have helped establish a foundation that we're building here on today. We currently operate 132 compressed natural gas buses here in Onondaga County. That represents almost 92% of the fleet for our service here in the county. This rehabilitation project modernizes critical infrastructure that supports our operations every day. It enhances safety, improves reliability, and helps ensure that Central remains prepared to meet our region's transportation needs well into the future. And I think we can all agree that we know there's a lot coming down the line within the county for their investment. This investment alone supports our operating budget. Over the years, the cost comparison of compressed natural gas to diesel fuel has saved our operating budget nearly $1 million in fuel expenses every year. These savings are not just these savings to our operating budget translate directly to service on the street, providing service to our customers on a daily basis and making sure that it's reliable and convenient. Projects like this only happen through strong collaboration. We are grateful to the federal administration, New York State Department of Transportation, our elected officials and our contractors, and all of our partners that make this possible. Most importantly, I want to thank the dedicated Central employees whose work helps keep our system moving every day. And we're proud of what this project represents, not only for Central, but for the future of sustainable transportation in Central New York. So thank you everybody for being here, and thank you for celebrating this milestone with us today. So next I'd like to bring up Chairman of the Board, Nick Leno.
Good morning, everyone. It's another good day here at Central. Being involved with Central for over 20 years, it never ceases to amaze me, like what's next on the home front, what we can accomplish, and where we lead in the industry. On behalf of the Central Board, of members, I want to thank all of you for joining us today as we celebrate the completion of this important project. This ribbon cutting represents years of planning, investment, and collaboration among many partners who share a commitment to strengthening public transportation in our region. Public transit plays a critical role in the economic health and quality of life in Central New York. Projects like this help ensure the Central can continue providing safe, reliable, and forward-looking service for the communities that depend on us every day. Central has long been a leader in adopting cleaner transportation technologies, beginning with the introduction of CNG buses in the early 1990s. The organization made a deliberate investment in sustainability long before it became a national priority. Today's upgrade of the station reflects the same forward-thinking approach. As a board, we recognize the importance of continuing to invest in the infrastructure that supports our operational excellence, environmental responsibility, and long-term system reliability. This project positions Central well for the future and demonstrates the value of sustained partnership between local, state, and federal stakeholders. I want to thank our federal and our state stakeholders, our elected officials, and project contractors in the Central leadership team, which you are all part of, for the commitment throughout this process. And finally, thank you to the employees of Central for the work you do each day serving our community. We are proud to celebrate this achievement with all of you and look forward to continued progress ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Next up, I want to bring up FTA Regional Administrator Michael Culata.
Thanks, Chris. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, I would like to thank you all for the opportunity to speak today. It's an honor to be here. As some of you know, I'm originally from Rochester, just down the 90, and I'm always thrilled and excited every time I can come back to this region, back to the land of Wegmans and dinosaur barbecue. It's so excited, so it's great to be back. I'd like to thank Chris Tuff for his leadership and the entire Centro team for organizing today's event to celebrate the renovation of Centro's compressed natural gas station. The Federal Transit Administration's $3 million investment towards this project will be a game changer for Central New York. This community has had a compressed natural gas station since 1997, and it has been in need of a major overhaul for many years. With the infusion of urbanized area formula funding from the Federal Transit Administration, including $1 million from Trump 45, Centro has been able to completely overhaul and renovate this station, bring it into a state of good repair, and extend its useful life by another 20 years. Through this project, we upgraded and installed new electric motor-driven compressors, we installed new station fueling controls and dispensers, and we purchased a portable CNG station to provide backup fueling support should an issue arise with the main facility. This critical project will keep our region moving. The facility upgrades will help ensure that Centro can maintain safe fueling operations, minimize service disruptions, and continue to invest in a new fleet to better serve this community. Public transportation is the circulatory system of Central New York, and these types of strategic infrastructure investments pump new blood and new oxygen into the network that 7.6 million people rely upon every year to get to their jobs, to get to school, to get to their medical appointments, and to get to all of the places that make this region one of the best in New York State. Today's opening represents another prime example of how the federal government is investing in public transportation and improving America's communities. I look forward to many more events like the one today. And in closing, let me just say that on behalf of the Federal Transit Administration, I again would like to congratulate Chris Tuff the entire Centro team, and all the public officials gathered here today on completing this critical infrastructure project. Job well done, and thank you.
Thank you, Mike. And certainly the partnerships on both the federal and the state level and our local level are key. And our next speaker is Assistant Commissioner Janet Ho.
Good morning. Thank you, Chris. So I move the microphone way down. It's usually the case. Good morning, everyone. As mentioned, I'm Janet Ho. I'm the Assistant Commissioner from the New York State DOT. I'm here on behalf of our Commissioner, Marie-Therese Dominguez, as well as Governor Hochul. It's great to be here today. I mean, I think with these milestone celebrations, we really have to take the time to celebrate the wins. And so with that, I do want to say, I think you should all kind of, can we take a moment to give everyone a round of applause, since I think this is a great achievement on behalf of Chris and your team, all of the hard workers at Centro, the board for supporting them, as well as the local community who utilizes the services of this transit system every day. You know, I think it's a testament to the long-range vision that exists here in Central New York, that Centro was one of the early adopters of compressed natural gas. And so it's just a great thing to see that you're looking to invest in your community, that there's a commitment to making sure you have healthy, vibrant communities. This is absolutely in line with everything that the New York State Department of Transportation is currently advocating for, as well as everything that our Governor, Kathy Hochul, has been trying to make sure is advancing and that we continue to invest in. DOT has been delighted to be a partner with both everyone at Centro, with our friends at FTA, as well as with the Central New York community. We've made investments across the board in innovation. We had a great win, and we were very happy to celebrate with everybody at Centro when we rolled out the investment with all of you from the Innovative Mobility Initiative, which saw new on-demand mobile transit services rolling out in Rome, New York. So I think that was another great example of the wonderful work that all of you have been implementing in your community throughout the years. New York State DOT is also very pleased to be supporting Centro in its further investment and looking at paving the way for cleaner vehicle technology. We provided $17.5 million grant under the Zero Emission Transit Initiative at the end of last year. New York State, again, we're really happy to be a partner with all of you. We're fully committed to ensuring that you're connecting your communities, that transit is being provided. We're looking at making transformative change, obviously, and bear with us. I know sometimes the traffic gets a little backed up with a little project here in Central New York known as the I-81 Viaduct Project, but that's moving along as well, and we're so pleased to be part of this transformation here in Central New York. There's so much going on here, so much growth, so much investment with Micron coming in, with the economic development opportunities, and I think it's all coming together in a greater vision that all of you are part of, and we at New York State DOT are so pleased to be supporting you with. So congratulations, and with that, I will turn it back to Chris.
Thank you, Janet, and thank you to DOT. And I think there's a great segue from Janet's speech into the investment that's happening in Onondaga County, and certainly our local partnership with the county, Ryan McMahon, County Executive.
Good morning, everyone. And again, I want to congratulate the Centro team, Chris, the board, the employees. I want to thank all of our federal partners, our state partners, and you see this alignment. And when you have alignment in leadership, when you focus on what's important not only to Central New Yorkers and the state of New York, but to the national security of the country, you create big things and big opportunities. And that's what's happening right now. Right now, we are undergoing really a renaissance like no other in the Northeast of this country, but also we are the envy of communities across the country. Quite frankly, there's probably only 1 or 2 communities across the country that can point to the level of success that we're having, being driven by these semiconductor clusters. And what we're doing collectively together is creating the Central New York Semiconductor Cluster, a critical memory technology cluster that supports the national security of our country, the most relevant technology moving forward. And by doing that, it sounds really good, right? But it's a lot more than just building and making semiconductors. There's a lot of things that need to happen to make that work. Communities need to build, workforce needs to build, further investment from the federal government, the state government, the local government needs to happen. And today is a really critical piece of that, because one of the key partners in doing that is Central, and our ability to move people, and move people in ways that maybe we haven't had to move people. So outside of being a critical employer, this infrastructure in this entity needs to be strong. So I want to thank our partners for doing that, for the investments today. And let me give you a couple practical examples of what's going on. Just this past week, we were having multiple conversations with multiple companies that are not in the United States that want to come and be part of the Central New York Semiconductor Cluster. And when you're having these conversations and they start to get real outside of geography and how could this work, they start asking you really smart questions. And they start talking about not only the hundreds of employees that they're going to hire and how are they going to attract that workforce and who are the partners, but they start to ask you logistical questions. Like, when we start installing this tool for Micron, we are going to be bringing in hundreds of people from around the world. Where are they going to sleep? Will they have rapid transit to the site? And how long do you need that? Well, at least for a year. And so all these things show new ways that as a community we'll need to be nimble, and Central is going to help us get there. And I'm really excited for the future investments with rapid transit coming online in 28. I think at some point Chris and his team and SMTC are going to have to figure out an employer-driven rapid transit system, and I know the federal government and state government are going to want to help pay for that. So I look forward to that. But all these great things, right? With success comes new challenges and new opportunities for partnership, and you have so many partners in this room. So Chris, the board, Luella, one of my dear friends, Julius, who I've known for a long time, thank you for your great work. The Central employees, we cannot get this done without you, so congratulations and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. County Executive, and we appreciate the support and the plug for additional funding for future projects. So thank you again to all of our speakers and our distinguished guests for being here today and for your continued support and partnership to get projects like this across the finish line. Today's event is a celebration of collaboration, investment, and a shared commitment for the future of public transportation in Central New York. Projects like this are only possible because of these strong partnerships. And we have the federal, state, and local levels that we are grateful for each and every one of you. We are also grateful for the Central staff. We're certainly grateful for our labor partners, Amalgamated Transit Union Local 580, for the work that you guys put in every day, and the staff as a whole that keeps our communities moving forward. The Love's Trillium team, National Grid, were a huge part of getting this project across the finish line and doing the work behind the scenes that most people don't see out on the street. This upgraded facility reflects Centro's ongoing commitment to innovation, sustainability, and providing that reliable service that our community needs, and certainly our community is looking forward to in the future. We're proud of what has been accomplished here, and we're excited about what the future means. Our organization and our region together are going to move this community forward. So thank you everybody for coming out today. At this time, I'd like to invite our speakers, our board members, our project partners, and our distinguished guests to join us behind you in the fueling station. We're going to do the ribbon cutting. And I thank everybody else and everybody for being here to help celebrate this milestone. If any members of the media would like to ask questions, we certainly ask that we will be available after the ribbon cutting for any of us to answer those questions. And thank you everybody for being here. That concludes our press conference for today.